YouTube, what's good? This your boy, Paul Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, if this your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post up new content. So Pete Carroll, head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, right, calls out the NFL owners, right? Because apparently the NFL owners are not doing their job as far as like hiring minorities and uh, NFL, coaching positions. Now, the only problem I have with that, right? Well, at least I'm gonna just start off with that, all right? Is because when I hear that, right? My thing is okay. Well, who the hell is the minority? Okay, that's question number one. And so let's just say for shits and giggles, right? That if the NFL owners were really that fucked up in hiring minorities, right? Then it would be a single so-called minority person, regardless of position, out there on the football field. Now I know what a lot of people gonna say. Well, we're not talking about that. We talking about people. Hold on for a minute. What are you doing? And why you got that doggone concern in the bathroom with you? Get out of the bathroom, Zion, right there. So in our case, here's the deal, people. Like I say, once we figure out, or once y'all figure out who the doggone minority is, then maybe, just maybe, we won't have stuff like this, right? And it's almost like, you know, these are the same group of people, right? That'll sit up and I'll be like, they'll every time Martin Luther King birthday come around, here they come. They putting on this, they doing the dance, singing the song, right? So, but then again, you forget about what the hell this man said. Don't look at my skin color. Look at my character, right? And then they go on to say something like, okay, well, if you're not, you got to get comfortable with people that don't look like them. Again, question number two, right? Besides color, right? And it's a bullshit color because the thing about it is this: ain't no white person and ain't no black person. So besides color, what else is there? I'll wait. So again, who is the minority? And besides color, right? We all look alike, right? I got they their eyes are where my eyes are, ears, nose, mouth, everything else. You know, the specs are the same, right? So then again, they was like, okay, well, because you don't talk like me, okay? Again, as long as you understand where the hell I'm coming from, right? And then everybody want to talk about the owners this, the owners that, the owners the other, right? Put it like this. So if that's the case, right? Then how come all the NFL owners, all 32 of them, right? Are they rubbing elbows with the NFL commissioner? And then here it is, you got the 32 owners plus the commissioner. So that's 33 people, right? Are they rubbing elbows with CBS? They all see it out, right? Are they rubbing elbows with CBS, NBC, ABC? Are they doing that? Right? And it's just for the simple fact, I know a lot of y'all didn't catch what the hell I just said, right? But it's just for the simple fact, my thing is this. Sometimes you ain't got to be buddy buddy. You really ain't necessarily got to be all buddy buddy with your coworker. You ain't got to be buddy buddy with your boss neither. Trust me, I know. 21 years United States Army, right? And it was just for the simple fact that because not to say not to say that this was ever the case with me, right? But sometimes a lot of motherfuckers will look at rank, right? And motherfuckers are so worried about rank, right? That for the most part, you may lose a good friend, somebody that you can actually talk to from time to time, right? About any doggone thing. Fortunate for me, right? I had, I was always surrounded with people, right? That, they didn't look at rank. Hell, it was a lot of times, a lot of them outranked me, and a lot of them like, okay, well, sorry, here's what you think about this, what you think about that, what you think about the other, and then I tell them, right? And then even then, right? The average motherfucker only gonna do one or two things, right? They either gonna actually really take in consideration what you say, or just do away with it totally completely, right? So you might say, well, what does that have to do with the NFL owners hiring minorities? Again, who the fuck is the minority? And please don't come talking about, well, the Hispanics and Latinos, they're actually really classified as white folks. Okay, but did anybody let the doggone Latinos and Hispanic people know that? Because 9 times out of 10, they probably gonna tell you, no, I am not white. I am Latino, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, whatever the case may be, right? They ain't, no. I can tell you that right off. Just like a lot of black folks, they're not gonna sit up there and say that they're African American, right? And I'm not gonna go down that road. I've been down that road more than once. So again, the 64, well, so let's just say the $128,000 question. Who the hell is the minority? Right? And then once you find that out, right? Then you gotta ask yourself, okay, well, are there any who are we actually really fooling here? Right? It's funny for me, they'll sit up here and they'll put shit out there, and they already know motherfuckers gonna talk about it, right? And then everybody else, people like me, we're gonna chime in, say what we gotta say about it. But watch this though. Everybody out there that saw that piece on Pete Carroll, right? They're gonna be the main ones cheering. Yeah, we need more black people in coaching positions, right? But if ain't nobody motherfucking available, right? Then it's just a lost cause, right? And then it's just for the simple fact, anytime when you have to put a rule in place in order for shit to happen, something is seriously wrong with that picture, right? But then again, I just look at it like this, and I already know what a lot of motherfuckers gonna say. They're gonna be like, well, Apollos Harris, you really don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But then again, if you actually really stop and think about what has been said, what has been put out, right? Then the crazy uncle will always make sense. And I already know a lot of, when this came about, right? I know a lot of motherfuckers out there. They probably looking at one owner in particular, and that's Jerry Jones, right? But my thing is this, right? People hire people who they're actually really comfortable with. Now I know that may be, well, actually it's not. It's not actually really contrary to what I said earlier, right? But here's the deal: if it's black folks, so-called black folks, they want head coaching jobs or whatever, then I'm pretty sure they know where they can go to go get a doggone head coaching job. But my whole thing about that is this: considering that the NFL is a part of the industry, the entertainment industry, right? They can be like, okay, yeah, we go ahead, we gonna let you have this job, right? But you still gonna have to do what the fuck we tell you. And when I say we, I'm not talking about the damn owners, right? Because them don't guess what? Those owners, they got rules that they gotta follow. And again, I'm not talking about what Roger Goodell is saying, right? I'm talking about the motherfuckers that actually really run the doggone the TV stations. CBS, NBC, ABC, right? And then even then, they got to answer to somebody. Vegas, right? They control all this motherfucking shit. So, so again, once y'all tell me who the motherfucking minority is, maybe, just maybe, we can get somewhere, right? Because if that was the damn case, consider if black folks are the doggone minority. They're like, say, it wouldn't be nobody out there on that goddamn football field. And they was like, well, we talking about coaching. Okay. Everybody, they put like this. Again, if the so-called black man is the doggone minority, right? Just because you played football don't mean that you're gonna be a hell of a coach, right? Again, listen, it's more to this than what these fuckers are telling y'all, right? The NFL, the NBA, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, all that shit is staged. People, these motherfuckers, they already know who gonna win and why. The head coach don't play like this. It really don't matter who the fuck the goddamn head coach is. It don't matter who the assistant coaches are. It really don't matter, people, right? Because guess what? If they tell you gonna lose this season, guess what? You gonna lose this season. Or let's just say that, okay, you'll have a winning record, right? But then if y'all remember a few years back, right? When the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears was in the Super Bowl, right? So you had two so-called black coaches, right? But we all know who won that Super Bowl. But again, look at his doggone skin color. So again, we can have this. We can have this debate. We can talk about this all doggone day long, people, right? But the fact of the matter remains, right? These motherfuckers, they will always play. they will always play, or they will always make y'all think that they're playing the ultimate race card, right? Oh, just because you don't look like me, I'm not going to hire you. And again, like what I said, besides color, right? What other difference is there? Okay, you got more money than me. No, you got more bullshit paper than me. Because again, since 1971, if not earlier, money ain't even worth the paper that it's been printed on. So again, tell me another one. Tell me another one, people. Just because I don't look like you. That's bullshit. Right? Or I don't talk like you. Okay. This is almost like that shit what Chris Rock said a while back, right? You got black people, then you got niggers. Right? So I guess we could say you got white folks and then you got honkies, rednecks. Is this how the song go? So this is how the fuck we do things now. I mean, I'm just asking questions here, right? Okay, Pete Carroll. Okay, so for like this, you are one coach out of the rest of them that you said something. You actually really said something about it. So for the most part, it was almost like you were doing some shit like this here. You barely talking, right? You whisper, right? And just because everybody else is into that, or everybody else talking, having conversations, they can't hear you, right? But it's just like what Shannon Sharp said, you right? You know, let's get the rest of them. Let's get everybody involved in this. But everybody ain't trying to hear that, right? Because like I said, right, you gotta have people that have those credentials, right, to actually really have to actually really have that to actually really have that job. That they want that job, right? And then who's to say that? Okay, yeah, you got Byron Leftwich and Eric Bieniemy. They, those are two prime candidates, right? But it could be just for the simple fact, hell, they probably looking at it. They probably looking at it the same way that I'm looking at it, right? They could be like, okay, we'll give you this job, we'll give you this head coaching job, but for whatever reason, right? The team that whoever hires you as a head coach is gonna be such bullshit that it's gonna be motherfucking ridiculous, and then you gonna be out the door. The only exception to the rule is who that guy up there in Pittsburgh, right? But then again, you gotta look at it like this, right? Look at that organization, right? But then again, you also gotta look at it like this. This is the NFL. This is the entertainment industry. So what they say goes. And then who's to say what type of scrutiny that coach is under on a daily basis? Because once you're out there on the field, it's all smiles. But what happens when the cameras are off of you? Then what happens? So like I said, people, so who's the minority? Who's the minority here? Right? Who's the minority? Who's the majority? Right? And please don't bring in paperwork. Don't bring paperwork in on this. So again, this is just like I say, had it been more than just Pete Carroll, then okay, I got it. But no, you just won. You like 31 short. Always remember what the fuck Dr. King said. I mean, Now the whole turning of the cheek shit, no, I ain't finna get down with that. But when he said, "Hey, look, don't look at my skin color, right? Look at my look at look at my credentials, and be like, okay, you're somebody we can use." Because I'm looking at it like this, right? If the NFL owners, if put it like this, if you want to win and win now, color is the last thing that you're looking at. And maybe that's what the fuck Pete Carroll is talking about here. Right? But just like I said, let's get the rest of the motherfuckers in on this. Let everybody come in here. Let everybody come in here and get some of this. Get some of this that's at the dinner table. Right? So with that being said, hey, guess what? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell big dad, tell big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner. Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Till next time.